Where is she?
My daughter that you had me believe was dead!
Think on what you do.
It was hell to be raised, Fred, and I had to raise it.
Where the Ripper did his work, my daughter now follows. Who am I?
You are my daddy.
This is everything you need. For all cash shall named in the transaction of US bearer bonds to pound sterling. I come for you.
You shot a mystery. Your defense wants it shot you.
I'm shot.
Edmund Reed was a man of Whitechapel. Armed to protect all the streets and their people. Dreamed this cursed place was a place he might save. So raise up your glass to the fight that he gave. 55 souls, their lives torn away. I pray not a steed, but a fire and thunder. And 5 to the gallows only forms in the pain of a black-hearted coward caring only for plunder. Our Ed Reed did bleed on the ground like coal. The great Reed. His life blood had cost him his soul to depart. Till Reed saved the night like some story of old. Was a hands-off with grace of the good lady night. Now in Miss Susan's high castle it lies. Twixt life and his death in a sleep without end. It surely ain't long before brave Henry dies. Whitechapel, you never deserved such a friend. Come on! Edmund Reed was a man of Whitechapel. To protect all the streets and their people. Dream to save a cursed place which no man can save.
Take a drink, Reed.
So raise up your hands to his Whitechapel grave. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, any corner That's a pretty face.
Teddy, I am sorry.
No. I'm sorry, Mr. B. Sorry you felt the urge to test our promise. Sorry you made us lost twice.
Please, Teddy, it won't happen again.
I know, Mr. B. I know.
Away we go, my boys. Your good landlord brings this violence down.
But he sees his transgressions now. Do you not, Mr. Bartleby?
today? No, Mr. Reed, they must have need of you. For those boots.
And I've told them before, they are heavy boots. Too heavy.
The boots of your friend also. I should go. It's still early, Abby.
Time was you might have walked out of here. No sort of comment on it.
Time was.
Time will be again, mate. Once we have declared the truth, and must no longer hide ourselves.
We've agreed, Benny. It must be done right.
For it to be right, Rose, it must be done.
He's not your lookout. He's mine.
Mr. Drake, open his door or I shall put my foot through it.
7:30 of the morning, and you not yet ready to meet the world. Consider this an apposite moment to be getting your bones smudged, do you? My hours are my hours, Chief Inspector. And your duty? Inspector, a polite invitation. I have an address I would have you visit. My thanks, Chief Inspector. Perhaps another day. Now, Drake, or I shall see Miss Erskine's name in the news for altogether different reasons.
I've knocked, I've shouted, but no reply. He's either elsewhere or he is insensible. My intuition leans to the latter.
As does mine, miss.
Oh no. I do not care for whatever grief-struck rationale you would choose, but this... that is quite the most revolting thing I have ever seen.
Chief Dictator, despite your great age, you look fine to me. I pronounce you well.
Be my guest.
Another, Miss Hart? Perhaps by the window? It's better, I think. Yes, the light is forgiving. And how, now you have come to understand the full extent of Mr. Capshaw's wickedness, does it feel to know you had for so long harboured such a villain?
I am wretched with it.
But some succour is found, I hope, in the knowledge that the 55 now have their justice.
That he is dead, yes. The world is better for the lack of that man. But that necessitated the loss of Mr. Reed.
Loss, madam? His condition worsens?
It is not improved. I can only thank God I found him when I did.
Just one more question, Miss Hart.
Of course.
It is only this. The bearer bonds, the transaction of which brought Mr. Reed to your door.
What of them?
Where are they?
I only wish I knew, Mr. Best. That intelligence was scattered to the winds along with Mr. Capshaw's brains and the inspector's buckshot.
And still no soul to come forward and say mine. They were my securities robbed from that locomotive.
It is, a mystery.
Is it not?
Dr. Frey, a simple question for you.
Yes, Chief Inspector.
Is this man currently alive?
He is not dead, sir.
Then we have clarity. He's shot through the abdomen, he's shot through the head. He shows no sign of consciousness.
It is why we have made no attempt to move him elsewhere. We fight the sepsis in his side. The bullet impacted the skull. The swelling now will be intolerable.
Dr. Frame, is he dead?
He's not, sir.
You, American, repeat what she just now told us.
He's not dead.
Mr. Drake. Mr. Drake, you look at him. Repeat the doctor's prognosis.
He is not dead.
He is not dead. This man now lies here because his sense of duty is greater than any other he holds. You may argue the toss of such wisdom, but the fact remains. Meantime, Inspector Drake, you will do him the honour of not debauching yourself while his streets burn. You, Yankee, this man yet lives. But there are others now dead awaiting us at Lehman Street. I would have your renegade eyes upon. Doctor. Man made the 18 Imperial gun.
Where was he found? Grace?
That your name, is it? Grace?
It is, Chief Inspector Abalone.
Then answer your inspector. This barrel, where was it found?
A Great Pearl Street, Chief Inspector.
Streets of the whole of that rioting last night. Rioting our men might have been out there preventing.
No sign of where he was from, or who he might be. No, sir. I shall get myself to Great Pearl, therefore. See if this man is known there. Found you. Disturbing you, am I?
Delivery from the Black Eagle BluRay.
Who for?
Oh, Bartleby?
The landlord? He'll be waiting a good old while. The man is dead.
Dead? How?
Has yet to be determined. He was found jammed inside one of them barrels out there, however. Did you know him?
He took board from us. Passed out also.
He kept his payments regular, did he? No debts, no trouble.
Accounts. Not my department.
You, miss. Did you know him?
Wave hello? Have a glass of him, no more?
You are the draper's girl, are you not? Your shop front out there. All this violence passed through. Your premises exempted.
What can I say? Pretty dresses, aren't they? Beauty is its own best form of protection, they do say.
Do they?
Well, I do.
Well, let's be about it.
Sir?
Miss. Matilda. What are you...
Matilda! Mr. Drake, hello.
Miss Cotton?
Uncle Ben, we're going to visit my daddy. Will you come?
No, Matilda,
Why not? Please, Matilda. And now we have found each other, Mr. Drake, a word, perhaps?
Yes.
Matilda, could you give Mr. Drake a moment? Mr. Drake, I do not mean to be indelicate, but with her mother gone, should we not discuss what would be best for Matilda now? Where, for example, will she live? Who will take care of her?
Please, Miss, He's not yet.
Not dead? No, but... I do not think she will want to remain with me. Inspector, you must agree it is a conversation worth having.
No, yes. Of course.
Uncle Ben, please, do not be so sad. My daddy will recover. Do you really believe we would be returned to each other now, only to be parted so swiftly? Come, Matilda. Mr. Drake is about his business. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Matilda.
Teddy?
What? What you been about, Walter?
Been about my work, Ted.
I meant old Bartleby. Thought it please you, really, brother. Please me. Who said you might kill Bartleby? It was not sanctions, Walter. My brother will not you follow all this wild bullshit.
But you do see, Teddy, the time comes when your sanction is neither here nor there. You're sick, Ted. Too sick to lead us. This here, all others, they must know the days are right. There is another they may look to for their directing.
And what? You got to prove your steel, dear. Show up, agents, mate. Hey?
Teddy, these publicans, they must know what will befall them, should they cross us. You of all, Teddy, you know what it is to be feared, what it is to take a life for our cause. Or do you forget what you did up the forest?
Not when I'm dead. Never again, do you hear?
Leave that boy alone now! Let him
All right, lad, all right. With me now.
Thank you, sir.
What is your name?
It is Walter. Shipman. Them boots blue.
Two, you say, Mr. Shipman. As I saw, two. Yes, Walter? They thieved from you.
Never had a chance. You came upon them too sudden, Constable.
They set about him with a Cooper's throw, Sergeant. Known to you already?
Never laid an eye on none of them.
It did not seem that way to me, Walter. Seemed to me you knew them all well.
On Jesus Christ himself, I did not know them from a hole in the ground.
These from the beating you just now took, are they?
They must be. Sir, yes.
Look older to me, Walter. Day or so. These here, older still. The brawls and riots last night, they come your way? Or did you go theirs, Walter?
Our quarter was a carve-up, Constable. And the fella must protect himself. Particularly when you and yours are nowhere to be seen. Now then, that bandaging is good and secure. Put a field nurse to shame, it would. Would it be out else, sir? Or am I to be arrested for my own battery?
Shipman. His name's Bartleby. Landlord up at the Land and Kidney.
Yeah. Land and Kidney, huh? It might have saved you the trip. A man believes he's seen every barbarism he might imagine. But Whitechapel, it will ever astound. He was dead before he went in. Save for the breaking of his joints. There's no abrasions, not a scratch, not a splinter. Whatever force was applied before he went inside, he went in without resistance. And so, the cause of death? Time, Hightower. Time.
Do you forget, Mr. Grimes, that the men of the Black Eagle are not to be... Chief Inspector.
Mr. Reed would stay in there whilst such work was performed.
He had a stomach for such things.
Past tense, Inspector. You be careful.
Coffee. Thanks, Jake.
What is it? His lunch?
You're a good deal steelier than you used to be. Don't think I haven't noticed.
And they are cut out for why?
Well, by my reckoning, I'd say this man was drowned.
Reckoning? Was he or was he not?
Chief Inspector Aberline!
And so?
You see this here? Now, the French have a name for that. Champignon de mousse.
Why should I care what the bloody French call anything?
Well, a man is never too old to learn something.
French never too old to put his boot up an American's arsehole.
Now, as drowning occurs, the blood cells in the lungs, they break down and the foam is forced all the way up through the air passage. Now, this residue, that's what remains. You hear that? That's crepitation. That there's the sound of air against liquid.
But he is not sodden. His body shows no signs of being in water.
This is true, Inspector, and yet the man is drowned. Mr. Aberline, any thoughts?
He is held down and it is poured into him. He is choked by whatever liquid was used. And the liquid? What was it?
Take a sniff.
It is beer.
Think to take advantage, do you?
Well, we will not suffer it. Do you understand?
No, sir. Not no longer. No second chances. No indulgence. I want to make an example of you, sir. Forgive me, Drake.
Here we go.
I get the sense that your current temper does not arise solely from the prone state of our fallen comrade. Point in fact, and I know it disgruntles you, but I've seen that face before. Queen of the Costards has you by your coconuts once more. Am I right? Listen, I'm not one to judge, and I'm not saying this because I owe the man any loyalty. I say this on account of the fact that I've seen you banjacks by that lady more than once in your life. But, lest you forget, Rose's promise, Drake. Never understood the fuss myself. Beer. May as well drink from the river. Warm, flat.
Useful qualities. However, when a man wishes to drink of it in great volume.
Now, Drake. Listen. Recon
begin a show. Not performing on ourselves, you understand? Do not worry about me, Captain. That's you. Darling. You forgive me, don't you?
For the pig? Unlikely. If you want to take anything else to your bed, do try to make sure it has a pulse first. Now, why are you here?
Come... Shit. I want you to speak to me tonight.
No, I told you I should use it.
Where, Rosie? How?
Not like this.
I'm sorry, Rosie.
Is there a pulse between the two of them?
Shit. Past is one word.
And you bring him here? The two of you in your cups. This is my brother's hall. She's my brother's fiancée.
Hey, we're all adults here, okay? We go our own way.
Oh, do we now? You do something. You do it now.
I fear for us. I fear we should lose each other again. No. Listen,
Thank you so much.
Mr. Morgan. Inspector. We're leaving now, brother.
Here, Inspector.
Thank you, Doctor. Ma'am, excuse me. Do you believe in pain?
I cannot say, Inspector.
But whatever Mr. Rabbi might say, he will die. Will he not?
Obsidian double shooting. Miss Hart speaks out. Morning papers.
Hello, sir.
Morning papers. Truth behind the obsidian shooting. Miss Hart speaks out. Morning papers. Morning papers.
His name was Grimes, we are told. Landlord at the Og's Head on Old Queen Street. This is the reward of peace on the streets. One more dead publican.
Contusions to his nose to force his mouth open, the teeth are chipped where the vessel was forced into his mouth, and he got the same residual foaming around the nose and lips.
Same murdering, same profession, same presentation.
If you please, Chief Inspector.
What boy? Might I be excused, but 2 minutes only. Excuse? What? Do you tend to your toilet, Duchess? No, sir, but it is material to what we now discussed. Material? Is it? Just go. Now, will you share what it is you consider to be quite so material that we here have to wait upon your pleasure as if you are the emissary of the Ottoman Emperor himself? Yes, Chief Inspector. A lad I found yesterday down a laneway off the back of Corbett's Court, set upon by 2 others. They brought him here to make complaint. Patched him up. But there was something. He was gobby, sir. And did you arrest him for having a big mouth then? I did not. I went looking for him, however. And found no record of him. I did find the lad's brother, however. He is here represented. Edward Shipman, assorted counts of a fray. My own kin, a brother, Walter, younger by 6 years. No other family, orphans. Walter is the lad you brought here, yes?
Does see below, Mr. Drake, yes, Mr. Drake. See below.
Charge of murder, 3 years past, to Mr. Daniel Parker.
See his profession, Inspector.
Publican. The Feathers on Underwood Street. The place burnt to the ground. Mr. Parker found alone within, burnt to a char. But his bones and body still showing signs of the attack he suffered. Leg broke with a blunt instrument, most like made of steel.
The attack he suffered when I found him was set about by a Cooper's throw. I wonder if it was this older brother Edward who led the attack on Walter in the laneway.
Let me see that file.
You ever seen a Cooper's fro at work ever? It's a wooden handle. T-shaped blade. It's used for the splitting of wood. Man smashes it in with his fist, and the blade is used to waggle the split free. These limbs here, they're all broken at the joints. The sockets are popped, the sinew spliced, but not a mark on their skin. It's the same thing with this man Grimes also. Both of these men cozied into their housing with nary a scratch on them. The barrels are built around them. They're drowned in their beer. Their bodies are broken down to the exact size, and they're coopered into a firkin. It is skilled work by skilled workmen.
See, Inspector Drake. Edward Shipman was apprenticed to the Coopers at the Black Eagle Brewery at 16. He's worked there ever since.
And the charge against him? What became of that?
Alibi came forward, Miss Lily Timpson. Apprenticed to a draper's. Lily Timpson. I met this girl. I've seen her shop. It is on Great Pole Street.
As does the Lamb and Kidney, Mr. Bartleby's house. Streets through which that unpoliced riot swept 2 nights past.
And those are the only windows not smashed in.
You, Duchess, find a man, send him to Queen Anne Street. This here other publican Grimes, all and everything to tell about his life and work. Have it returned to us here. You, meanwhile, shall go fetch Miss Timpson, she who finds herself immune to insurrection.
Yes, Chief Inspector.
Mr. Drake, you and I shall take a trip to the Black Eagle Brewery and have a word with Mr. Shipman.
Yes, sir.
You, Captain Fancy Pants. The brew poured down these men. You have the means to find its nature.
Yeah, you asked me that way. I ain't got the means to find out about anything you want.
What you ask, gentlemen, is no simple thing. One apprentice to be remembered among so many. You see here? This cathedral. Some say the Black Eagle might be the biggest brew house in the world. Millers, mullers, mashers, launderers. That's to watch the boil. That's to watch the filtering. And that's for the coopering. Many, many hundreds of lads. And I'm asked to remember one off the top of my dear old head. There are records, however. You keep note of who is apprenticed, who is employed. Well, we must do somewhere. Fortunate for you, however, I do know the lad. The lad is known. This way, gentlemen. He's not been well these past few months. I've brought him in here to work with me. Through here, gents. Well, always a pleasure to put a name to a face. Hey, Mr. Shipman. You pack up your work and get your coat, boy. Mr. Drake, make his arrest. Suspicion of murder. Daniel Parker.
This is raked over again, is it?
Aye, son, it is.
I was nowhere near. It was proved.
It was lied.
A man like you, a gruff cutler, he took my irons off and set me free. I was innocent of that. As I'll surely have whatever it is you now think to accuse of me.
Frederick Grimes of the Og's Head. Do you recall him?
I do not. He's a stranger to me, sir.
John Bartleby. You knew him, however.
I did. I met you, sir, inside his smashed-up pub.
Was it you who smashed it, Mr. Shipman?
It was not.
Was it your brother, Walter, who smashed it?
I'm not my brother. I cannot speak for him.
You were seen, however, giving him a right belting just yesterday.
Brothers do fight, Inspector.
You were trained as a cooper, however, Mr. Shipman?
I was?
Could you put a man in a barrel, should you wish it, without a single scrape on him?
That would be a task. And no mistake, I would not know where to begin.
My life. How many questions have I asked how many young fellas like you?
Of that, I must also declare myself ignorant, sir.
Then I shall tell you.
Sufficient to know when I am lied to. Here, man. Bring me the American ale.
I'll remove his irons, will you? How long have you been living with consumption, Terry?
6 months. Perhaps 7.
You've not had it treated.
Men have tried. I'm not far off now,
No, you're not. And unlikely to find the required strength to see those men beaten and broken and housed in their fur coats. Your brother, however, he has the same training that might put a man in a barrel. Is that why you beat him? As he put his training to work?
How many times must I say it? He's of age. I'm not my brother's keeper.
Give us a minute, will you? I have an older brother, you know.
And how is it?
We spent a good deal of time looking up for example. So much time that example becomes your second nature. You say you're not your brother's keeper, but you are. These actions he takes, he only does so because you have done so before.
And your brother? Did you betray him?
You betrayed me.
So I asked you, sister.
Miss? You are Miss Lily Timpson?
And you are a policeman?
Miss Timpson, if you'll stop, please. You are to come with me to Lehman Street. There are questions to be answered.
Are there indeed? On what subject?
All become clear, miss. Please, follow me.
Oh, hello. This one harassing you? Let us get this blue ball bagged. Pubs, Inspector. Pubs and publicans assaulted, harassed, all and any, citywide. This here. Bills and invoices for all liquid stock at the Lamb and Flag. This here, the same for the old Zed, Grimes' house. Here, 2 months past. Bartleby changes his supplier. Decides his mild and his pale ale will now be supplied and delivered from the Burton on Trent breweries. 2 weeks past. Grimes makes the same decision. A man might accordingly lay good money that the gravely injured Mr. Parker ordered the same at the Feathers.
And don't you want to know why?
The American, whose range of expertise is so breathtakingly vast, it now fixes itself upon the beers and brews of the United Kingdom.
The beer, that rank soup that y'all poured down yourselves like it's Victoria's own bathwater, and that which was forced into our 2 publicans. Now, there was something of note. It's the water content. The alkalinity was low. Soft water, heavy in sulfites. Not London water.
Not London water, but Burton water from the bloody north.
No sulfites better suited for the mellow fruitfulness that you enjoy in your brew.
North Country beer, drunk on these city streets, over which the Black Eagle of the London brewery soars. Local men might be put out of local work. And so, what? The young men of the brewery act to show the publicans the error of their ways. A body of young men set on protecting an institution which gives them more than only their work. It educates them, gives them a sense of belonging. They act to protect both their product and the traditions. It's like the army.
Or the police. Those men in their barrels, their limbs are broken and packed like animals.
And there's both fierce brutality and sharp escalation from your man Parker at the Feathers. Maybe this younger shipman uses this brutality to mark himself out for later. Mr. Abalone, Mr. Drake, you must hear this. Grace has been taken.
Do you know what will befall me, sir? If they know I have come here and told you.
And yet, you are here, miss. You and your Teddy both. No word of a lie, we have him. He has not a great many days longer for this life. The lad, B.C. Grace, he who came to find you, he's a good lad, a kind lad. You could tell, I'm sure.
He is, I could.
And you are come here now because you fear for him. It is Walter that has taken him, is it not?
He's a cruel one, Mr. Drake. It's only Teddy who knows how to keep a lid on him.
But Teddy is here now. And so it's not merely a bruising he will hand out to our Bobby Grace. He has killed Lily twice. A whiles ago, a long whiles ago, you lied to the police to protect your Teddy, did you not? You wish to make amends for your lies. You might have words with Teddy. Persuade him it is best for all that he speak. Tell us where we will find our boy. Now what he does for you. To show you that he might also use murder to protect the Black Eagle's work. Therefore, his acts are your acts. You're dying, Teddy. You want to do a good thing before you die.
Here, my men, a BluRay. A BluRay who now takes his place in our story. A BluRay who shall be spoke of and remembered for what will now befall him. I know you fear what will come once my Teddy has left us, but this here, when now comes to pass, shall offer us safeguards for 100 years. Please listen. Do not listen. I'm not so different to many of you. Yourself, Walter. You put me in a barrel water shipment. You will gain nothing but your own destruction. Distraction? No distraction, Constable. Our glory! See, the others, it was their own brew I made them swallow. But you shall know a little more of what we're here to defend. It'll be London beer you now drink. Mr. Snelling! It's no surprise for you, is it? Of course, what is it you do? I come to take my boy back from your boys, and do not be thinking that I believe them able to organise themselves to such a degree without their master offering a helping hand. You show us now. I'll snap his neck. Teddy, you're friends with the police now, are you, brother? My fight was never with the police, Walter, neither is yours. Who is that lad to deserve our anger? For murdering, for a brew, for beer. But you, Teddy, you set the mark. You showed us the way. Finding the life apart with the feathers, you mean? Killing a man for not taking our pale ale. It was never meant, Paul. I gave him a couple of hits, yes, but that was all. Fire! I knocked over a lantern, didn't I? Smashed the place up good and proper. He was all sloshed with brandy and whoosh. He went up, and I ran. That is all. And if we have lived, I've a similar fear since that was not my intention. All things must pass. I must. You must. This whole building must. Let him be. Let him be.
Now. Give me a look at me.
Captain Jackson, I'm not sure I've ever been sent for before now. For the life of me, I cannot think why I haven't responded.
Amy, do you think we might forego the back chatter?
Then why on earth am I here?
This day, I feel the hand of death on me. I look back into the past and see what made me, and I feel sick with it. And I would like to rest my head on the lap of someone who... someone... God damn it. You are the only thing I have in this world to take the lead from my limbs.
Well, this is a day for first.
Please, you can use that tongue of yours to whip strips from me every other hour we pass together, but please just tell me, am I a fool to rest this hope in you?
Fool, certainly. But not one misled. Hello? Mr. Reed.